See, I'm finna go beast mode, and the rest of them know how I'm rocking. They know how I pop it. They say I'm a Jayco.
All right, so today I'm going to try to fit the tent trailer in my garage. I've got to build a couple steps inside of it to get to the bunks, and we'll kind of see what shape it's in. It's been probably 6 to 8 months since I've even opened it up, since we last remodeled it and painted everything and put in new flooring, all that stuff. So I don't know what's in there. Now I'm gonna have to vacuum out the windows because I assume there's some bugs and flies and stuff that have died in there. So I have a vacuum. So yeah, we'll see if it fits, and I'll meet you guys around the corner. Oh, this thing is not light. All right. Trick is going to be to back it in there on a sloped driveway. Let's see. All right, down's not so bad. It's the up. Hiya! Let's see. Oh, we did it. Whew. With all the bugs in my face too. Let's see, door. Whew. All right. All right. So as I said, it's in. Okay. So let's that's heavy. All I have to use is one of these well, tractor dollies or whatever you want to call them. It's one of these guys here. Works really good. I mean, I could always hook it up to, I have a Tesla that'll pull it. Or I have a Tahoe that I usually pull it with. But for something so small, and I don't know, I just don't feel like hooking it up and doing all that crap with it. So easier to push it in with these. These things are a lifesaver. So this, as I said before, is a 1999 Jayco pop-up tent trailer. Everything on it is manual crank, which is kind of nice. I mean, I have one, my other tent trailer, it's electric, basically like a winch. It's okay. I don't know. You have to be careful to not go up too high, and if you go up too high, you can start breaking things and stretching stuff out, and I almost prefer the manual crank ones. And yes, I have another propane tank that I'm going to be putting on this one. That old nasty one's going to get recycled. Let's see. All right. Like I said, it's been a while since I've opened this. So let's see. I don't know if I'll be able to open it all the way. Make sure I don't hit anything. Go up a little bit more. It's probably about as high as I can get up there. Let's see. Slide these out. Might have to do some more adjusting. I think I can come back a little bit further. Supports, everybody usually just throws them under the bed. That's what we do here as well. That's one. Two. And the same in the back. It's funny, each of these tent trailers, depending on the year, they all set up differently, which I thought was kind of weird. Here are the poles for the beds. I usually arrange differently. I think they would just be all the same, but they're not. All right. I'll take you guys inside so you can kind of see. All right, so this is the inside. Here's a front door. So we did new flooring. The countertop for this one is new. And over there, that whole left side, it looks like a cabinet right now, but it's like the kitchen sink area, is all completely rebuilt. If you look close, you can kind of see like right there in the middle, like some yellowing. I mean, it's all been bleached and cleaned and everything like that. But it was really, really bad. These bed cushions right here were like a really dark brown. And when I took them off, I was actually going to replace the whole thing with some mattresses that you can cut down for these things. But I was looking at them and I was like, I wonder if you can take and just unzip them and see what happens. So that's what I did. And I was able to wash the cases for the foam. And then they came out a really light brown color. So that goes to tell you how dirty it actually was. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and try to set these beds up so we can get a little more room in here. And then we'll check some stuff out. Okay, so I got that side opened up. It was really hard to do without the roof going all the way up. I will say that. I got the door right here, but I won't be able to put that down because I'm not all the way up. Got the cushions out of the way. This is like the dinette area. The step we're putting is from here to here, and then the same on this other side. Most of these pop-up tent trailers have a step right there to help you step up into the bed. My other one has them, and I like them a lot. A couple of modifications I've done on the other tent trailer that I have is, see if I can get a good angle here, is I actually pulled out that refrigerator and I found an electric cooler / freezer on Amazon for like $200, and the dimensions, the height of it fits perfectly in the hole. And you just slide it in and out whenever you want to go somewhere. And there's already a plug-in back there to plug it in. So it actually worked out way better than these refrigerators do. They're good fridges. They just take, 2-3 days to get cold. Even then, it's only like refrigerator cold. So if you need a freezer or anything like that, these just don't really work all that well. So I will be pulling this one out and getting another one, or I might just swap this refrigerator I have between the two. Let's see. But yeah, I'll go ahead and I'll flip this countertop over onto here so you can kind of see what I've done. I've eliminated the sink altogether. That I just don't need it. It's something I contemplated over and over and over, and I just don't think I need the sink. I still have the old drain in here that you can see right here was for the sink drain. But this style, back in the day, it's got the sink so it folds over. The sink hose is supposed to fit right into this. And if it doesn't, all of this gets all wet. And there's a little hole here. I don't know what for, but you can get water down back into here. Your heater's right here, so I don't want water near that. So I just got rid of the sink altogether. I didn't like the setup. I didn't like the design. And honestly, I'd rather have the counter space. Throw those over there. Right, put this up there too. So this just has a little handle I put on the inside. This. Oh man, I gotta raise it up. Otherwise we're not gonna be able to flip this over. And the reason I'm doing it in my garage is because I live in Oregon and the weather says it's not supposed to rain for the rest of the week. But if any of you know this area, it could rain right now and then stop later and then rain again. And it's just very unpredictable. So that's why it's in my garage. It's a little bit of a pain, but you know, here we are. Okay. So let's see if we can get it up high enough, or if we got it up high enough to get the countertop flipped over. Watch out, make sure not to tear anything. Oh, barely. Okay. So you see, it's just like that. That's all it is. Like I said, kind of a funny story. So I'm not exactly a small person. So sometimes you're not used to these trailers. You kind of start bending down and moving around and you get caught on things. So in this countertop, it was water damaged. There was a sink in it. It was dirty. It was painted like some weird dark green color. So I completely redid that countertop. I took the sink out. I stained that. I cut it to dimension. I basically put it back to where it was, just better. And it folds right down into there perfectly. So it actually worked out really good. And I like counter space more than I like a sink. My other tent trailer, I still have the sink in it because that's the one my whole family stays in. So like, it's me, my wife, and 2 kids, and the 2 little ones. And they like using the sink to brush their teeth. It's nice to rinse things out. But if it's just me going, I take this tent trailer and I use it. So, I mean, I don't need a sink. I don't need, you know, all those amenities. And I look at it as if you have a sink, that's one more water line to leak. That's one more thing to go wrong. And I just get tired of dealing with it. So that's why I got rid of it. And this countertop, I completely redid because I was doing the floor in here. I bent down on this corner right there. I hit that corner with my butt and literally broke off the entire corner when I squatted down. And I could have burned this trailer to the ground. It hurt so bad, but it's that like particle board. So it like broke like crazy. So I had to replace that whole countertop, which in hindsight worked out to be pretty good because it looks a lot better than it did. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to make a couple measurements and then we'll get to work on these stairs or steps, you might call them. Right here is where the other one's going to go. If you've ever been in one of these tent trailers and you don't have the step, I mean, they're pretty nice. So we're going to go ahead and do that. See if I can kind of angle you guys to kind of see what I'm doing here. So there. That's going to be the step we're working with. All right. So we'll measure once and probably cut 50 times. So let's see how this goes. That's kind of the other thing too about these tent trailers is nothing's ever dimensional. You know, like this is 32 inches on this side. Almost guarantee it's not going to be 32 inches on that side. All right, so we'll see how we did on our measurements. I'm just using, I think this is Doug fir. It's just whatever cheapest fence board basically I could buy at Lowe's. And even then it was like $3 and I don't know, 28 cents or something like that a board. My God. All right, what we got to fit? Some of the molding's in the way. Let's see what we're going to do about that. I don't really want to probably just end up cutting around that molding. Yep, I think that's what we'll do. Just cut around it, right? Because nothing's perfect. It's just functional, right? So, get down here. What kind of, pretty sure I failed art class. That's got to be close. Try it left-handed on this side. Okay, so I'll cut those notches out, and then let's see how close that fits. Okay, so I got the little notches cut out. I actually had to use a grinder because my oscillating saw, the battery is dead. Holy cow, look at that. It actually worked. All right. So now, just have to measure across the top again, which should be 32 inches. But like I said, nothing is ever the same. See, we measured 32 inches. That board fits perfectly. Now, if we measure, they need to come out a little bit, but let's see. So if I measure from there, I mean, 32 inches will work, but realistically, I'll need it because there's a little trim piece right here that's in the way. I'll try 32, but I'll probably have to trim just a little bit off. We'll see. I'll try 32 and see how that fits. I got to put another support brace back there and all that, so that way when you step on it, you don't break everything. So we'll try that and see. All right. So I cut this one to 32 inches. I mean, it should be the same. Oh, yeah. Actually, I cut it just under 32 to accommodate for that little piece of trim. But essentially, this is what it's going to be like. Oh, just a little bit. Got to put something on the bottom as well. So I think what I'll do, yeah. So I'll take you guys with me, and we'll screw these together, and then actually probably staple, and we'll go from there. This is my workstation, my heat pump. Like I said, I have tables and stuff like that, but you know, I just work with what I've got. So I'll go ahead and screw these together, and then we'll see what's going on. Okay, I'll go get my staple gun. I literally had to use this grinder to cut those notches. But hey, it worked. This is the trim for the back. I'll just cut a little piece just to lay on the floor there, so I've got something to screw into so it's more sturdy. Because that is one thing about my other tent trailer, is that step is kind of weak. So we're putting this one on the ground, and then it'll go behind the step, and I'll just screw in to the step. So this will go like the good sides out, like that. Okay, get my staple gun. All right, let's see if we've got no staples. Okay, I will be right back with some staples. All right, I'm back. Got some staples. They're, I believe they're an 18 gauge staple. I think they're 1.25 inches long, I believe. Okay, actually the battery's good. We're good. Okay. I know. A work table would be so much easier. But make do. See? This is something I wish all manufacturers would do, but I understand the cost and labor, and I mean, I get it, right? But I poked out a little bit there. That's all right. I wish more manufacturers would take the time and use the staples and screws appropriately. And many of you that own trailers know what I'm talking about, because it's a lot of, like in my other one, for instance, there's a lot of rusted screws because they didn't use like stainless steel or anything like that. And that's I believe I told you guys last time it was 2001, but I think it's a 2004 Flagstaff Forest River. 90% of the screws inside of that tent trailer are rusted and they've lost their edge. They don't hold anything. So I have to go through and put new screws in or staples. I mean, just something this easy over there. If the steps would have been done with screws and staples, I wouldn't be having any problems. But I do, so I have to rebuild the steps eventually in that one as well. I'm going to go grab a drill so we can drill some holes in this and fasten it to the back side of that flat area, and then screws down to the floor. So I think that's what we're going to do. All right, I found some screws. So we'll pre-drill some holes so the wood doesn't crack. Okay. And of course, that one should be the whole length. I thought about using cedar for this, but I don't care for cedar very much. Because every time you go buy a board, you set it somewhere and it cracks, or what am I trying to say? The chemicals inside of it start leaking through. I know it's a good smelling wood, but it's not always the best to build anything with. So I went ahead and pre-drilled the holes across for this piece. This piece will go on the wall, and this piece will go on the ground and then screw into here. That way it's nice and sturdy, and we'll do that. And we'll see what happens. All right, got my stuff. Go out here and get the boards. I tried to find just pine boards, pine fence boards, and they didn't have any. I mean, I had to like really search to even get these Doug fir. All they had were cedar. It's like they wanted. Let's see here. Now I know some of you are going to be like, oh, I should put a level on the top of that. I hear you. But I like to eyeball things. Makes things interesting. You know? Okay. I forgot my pencil. Grab my pencil. That I do want, because I don't want it to be really far off. You know, close is good, but far off, not so good. Just mark it with our pencil here. There. And there. I should be able to go kind of just below that. Oh, I see. See, nothing's ever the same. I have to go take a little bit off that piece. In hindsight, I mean, I probably could have cut it a lot shorter, but you know, one of the most stable step I could get. Okay, now we got that cut. Okay, that looks pretty straight to me. Again, I could be cross-eyed. About like that. Take a screw. Exactly what I didn't want to happen. I knew I should have pre-drilled. Okay, so I'll pre-drill and then we'll screw it in. Of course it splits. All right. Now I'm back. So let's see how, I just ran and grabbed a little level. See how level I am. Not level at all. Let's see. There. And that just looks really, really crooked. But that says it's level. I think yeah, what the heck? What was I thinking here? Okay. I thought I was looking at the wrong line. Okay. Redo. Redo. Okay. Pre-drill some holes. Those are pre-drilled. I'll put a couple in so it's not so hard to hold it and drill at the same time. Let's see if I can get a little high still. Let's bring this down just a tad. Right in there. Where'd the level go? I'm losing my mind. There it is. I mean, this level can't be any good. I don't want to argue with a level, but it can't be right. Okay. So that's pretty close. Let's screw that in. Okay. Because I know a lot of that stuff is pretty accurate. We'll see. Okay. That's pretty secure. And you see, that just fits right down on top like that. Then you have a step. I'm debating if I should screw into this, put a board down and screw into that bottom one. I don't like to make holes where I don't have to. I just don't think it's necessary. It wouldn't be hard if I had to take it back off to add another brace. So I think we'll just leave that out for now and see what happens. So it's kind of lifting it up though, isn't it? Let's see. Yeah, see, I don't really care for that very much. So yeah, let's add it. Okay, so let's see what this looks like before I screw it in. Yeah, I mean, that's exactly where it needs to be. Okay. So we'll go ahead and do that. Screw this down to the floor. This is all waterproof flooring, so I mean that helps a lot too with these builds. Okay. Okay. I'll put a couple down in here. Hopefully. Maybe just the two. Maybe. Let's see here. All right, wish me luck. Yeah, it's pretty solid. So yeah. All right, and then I think the next video I'm gonna probably do that step off camera, just because I don't want to bore you guys with that step as well. Same process as over here. So yeah, I'll do that step. I'll probably take the refrigerator out. Oh man. So yeah, I'll probably take that refrigerator out. That step's complete. I'll do this one so I don't waste your guys' time, so it can't be that entertaining to watch. I mean, let me know if it is. So if that works, that works. If it breaks, I'll figure something else out. So I'll do it to that side. I think we'll take out that refrigerator the next episode. And I have to plug everything in and make sure everything works. I'll make sure everything still works. I have some solar ideas. So let's see. We'll see about maybe doing something maybe like solar related. I just don't know how hard it would be to hook everything up to solar. It is my only, it's kind of my only drawback. Because right now everything electrical wise works. I mean, even the refrigerator still works, which I guess is a a rarity in these tent trailers. But actually, the one I pulled out, I still have it. It works. And this, I know this one works. All the outlets work. Oh, I have one of those electric faucets that you can pump water out of, like a 5-gallon blue jug. We might be putting in the blue jug somewhere. Maybe in this little end table over here. I don't know yet. We'll think on that one. Let me know what you guys think about the solar idea. Maybe we can do something with that. Yeah, as always, I appreciate you guys watching.
See, I'm finna go beast mode, and the rest of them know how I'm rocking. They know how I pop it. They say I'm a Jayco.